Hey everyone, it's your boy Big Mike, back again. I'm here to make another video. I mentioned in my last video that I was going to make one or a couple this weekend about Stranger Things Season 3 and also Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm still going to put those videos out there this weekend, so look out for those. But right now I wanted to talk about Marvel Phase 4. I wanted to put this out there. So this video is going to be about what we know so far, the rumors, speculations, what I want to see out of Marvel Phase 4, and also what you guys want to see out of Marvel Phase 4. So post those down in the comments. So what we know so far, what Marvel and Disney has announced, Black Widow is in production right now. So we're going to talk about the movies that are in production or pre-production, or ones that have been announced. So Black Widow, currently in production. So we know that's going to be a prequel. We saw Endgame. There may be some minor spoilers in this video, or maybe major spoilers. So if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame or Spider-Man Homecoming, please see those movies, then watch this video again, because there will be some spoilers in this video. So Black Widow, it's going to be a prequel. It's rumored to have Taskmaster as a villain. I love Taskmaster as a character. Basically, what he can do is when he sees physical attributes, he can mimic those perfectly. So he's fought the likes of Captain America, Spider-Man. If you played Spider-Man PS4, which is one of my favorite games, Taskmaster missions was one of the best missions in the game. And as you can tell, he mimics Spider-Man's movements, and he really gave Spider-Man a hard time, even though he doesn't have any. He doesn't have the physical attributes that. Like, say he looks at Captain America and he mimics him, he won't have Captain America's powers or Spider-Man's powers. However, he'll be able to mimic their movements perfectly. So I'm looking forward to see what the MCU is going to do with Taskmaster. Hopefully what we're hearing about that is true. That's going to be very exciting moving forward, because we know Spider-Man Far From Home was the last Phase 3 movie. It ended Phase 3. So what else do we know? Eternals have been announced. Rumors about Keanu Reeves attached to that film have been running rampant around the internet. So that's going to be exciting to see. What they're going to do with the Eternals. Shang-Chi has been announced. Master of Kung Fu. I think Donnie Yen was announced to maybe be in the movie. I don't think he's going to star as Shang-Chi. However, that's going to be interesting. He's more of a street level hero. Kind of like Heroes for Hire, stuff like that, that should be interesting how they're gonna do that with Shang-Chi. Like I said, more of a street level hero. He was created around the time of Bruce Lee fame and everything like that. More recently in the comics, some of the things, like one of the powers he can do is duplicate himself. So that'd be interesting to see if they're going to go that route, or just more of a Heroes for Hire type thing. Also, Black Panther 2, which I am super excited about. Black Panther was one of my favorite MCU movies. I can't wait to see what they're going to do next. It's rumored also that Michael B. Jordan may be back for that. So if you saw Black Panther, you're like, whoa, how's he going to be back for that? But hopefully we'll see, even if it's just maybe a flashback or something like that. So that's going to be interesting. Doctor Strange 2 has been mentioned as well. No real pre-production, or it's just kind of been hinted at that Doctor Strange 2 is probably going to happen. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's put on hold right now because James Gunn, which I don't know if you guys know the speculation, I mean not speculation, or the controversy surrounding that. Marvel and Disney kind of fired him over some comments he made on his Twitter some years ago, and came back to bite him. So he got let go. He got picked up by Warner Brothers and DC to do the sequel for Suicide Squad. So he's already working on that. So once Suicide Squad is over, Disney was like, hold on. Or Marvel was like, hold on, Marvel Studios, we cannot let DC and Warner Brothers steal a talent like James Gunn. So they called him up and was like, hey James, we're sorry, you want to come back for Guardians of the Galaxy 3? And of course, he said, okay, after I finish doing Suicide Squad. So after James Gunn finishes Suicide Squad, he will be back with Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Other speculation or things we've heard, I think that's it for the movies for Phase 4 that we know about. Some of the things that I would love to see out of Marvel Phase 4 since the acquisition of the 20th Century Fox properties, X-Men, Fantastic Four. I'm super excited about those properties. Honestly, I'm more excited to see what the MCU has planned for Fantastic Four. Now, I know you guys might be like, Fantastic Four, like those movies always suck. Okay, hear me out. They're the first family of Marvel, like their first, team. They were super successful when they first came out. In the comics and everything, I mean, the comics are great. And they're actually really good characters that you can do a lot with. And actually, they have one of the best villains in the Marvel universe in the comics, out of Doctor Doom. In the comics, Doctor Doom is always a team level threat, whether it's Fantastic Four or even Avengers level threat. If you read the most recent Secret Wars, you will know what I'm talking about. I mean, Doom is one of the most formidable villains. He could honestly replace Thanos. If you're like, okay, who's going to replace Thanos? I know we've heard rumblings about maybe Galactus, which is also a Fantastic Four property. So that's another reason why I'm super excited about that, because you can have Galactus, maybe take over for Thanos as the big bad for the Avengers. But you could also have Doom as another big bad moving forward in Phase 4. So there's lots of possibilities that could happen. Also, one of my favorite characters, we're moving on to X-Men, Wolverine. Wolverine's one of my favorite characters. However, Hugh Jackman, I mean, iconic. How can you replace this guy? You know what I mean? Like, he played Wolverine for almost 20 years. I mean, his arc was amazing from beginning to end. You got a beginning, middle, and end, with Logan. And, I mean, how can you replace that? But, that, Marvel now has the rights back to those characters. So it's like, okay, they're going to use them, so what are you going to do with them? I honestly don't know who I would like to see in the role, but it's going to be a really fun ride to see how they do it. I just hope they can, halfway fill Hugh Jackman's shoes, because they're big shoes to fill. So, that's what I got for Marvel MCU Phase 4. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it, what you guys think, what you would like to see. Just drop those down in the comments. And thanks for joining me, and see you next time.